testing. Hey, oh, hey, what's up? Oh my god, shit. Am I seeing this correctly? Fucking, Stricken Yeti, what's up? Me coming back from the dead? I love it. Let's fucking go. Hold on, I'm still hearing myself in my ear. I was testing my microphone. I must have changed something. Let me, hold on. Oh, I see where it is. There we go. What's up, Yeti? Oh my god, I legit didn't believe it was fucking you. Hold on, let me change the scene so you can see my face. Hold on. What the fuck am I doing over here? Let's go to this. Homie, I have missed you so much. How are you doing? How are you doing? Oh my god, Neko. Everybody, I guess I gotta take it out of emote. I just want to make sure I remember how to stream. Because I don't be remembering. Let me see what's going on. I mean, technically Neko's a mod, so like if it is in emote mode, she can take it out of that too. But I just want to see if it is. No, it's not. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right, sick. It's been over a year, right? Or somewhere around a year. I'm alive, big homie. I'm so glad that you're alive. Honestly, it's been longer than a year for sure. I think it might have been closer to 2 years. I am so happy. I'm so happy to see you in chat. I'm also happy to see both of you in chat. Thank you so much for that, Neko.
But we are honor-bound to fight it, even if we fail. This dragon is threatening our homes, our families. Could you call yourselves Nords if you ran from this monster? Are you going to let me face this thing alone?
Yes? No,
so
I'll
Yes, thank you, Neko, for the shout out. Appreciate you doing your mod thing. Welcome up. What's up, everybody? But first of all, let me do the whole intro thing. My name's Phil Special Meter, in case you forgot, and I am streaming from my relatively new apartment, which I got thanks to those of you who supported the fundraiser, which is ongoing. I really appreciate it. We are going to be playing some Marvel Rivals tonight. Holy shit! Like, why is this song? Hold on. Like, I love this song, but I'm like, why is it so loud in my headset? But I'm like, I just turned it down. That's crazy. I will remember how to. I will learn how to stream again. It's just sort of like, it's like Batman after Bane had did what Bane does best, and he just had he had to retrain a little bit. He had to get his muscle memory back. So that's what I'm doing with the stream. But anyways, my name's Phil Special Meter. Here in the Special Meter community, what we do is we just try to give each other enough energy and enough pizzazz, enough uplifting support to fill our special meters so we can fight the boss battles and pull off the special moves we need to and do all the things we got to do to get through the weeks. Tonight I'm just really kind of testing the waters. I've just rearranged my setup. It's taken me a couple of months in between moving and everything else to sort of get things back on track. I've streamed a little bit here and there, but nothing substantial. I've been playing with multi-streaming, so I've been doing that for a while. I'm on the red app and the purple app, if you know what those are. And I last time I was live, I believe I tried to also be on IG at the same time. I didn't know how to code that one. But so yeah, IG, TW, YT, all those apps at the same time, and it went okay-ish at first, but then the IG feed froze. I was just like, okay, maybe I don't have enough RAM, maybe there's just something else I need to learn. I don't know. But yeah, I've been playing with new tools. I've been rearranging the appearance and sound of the stream behind the scenes, so I hope you like the new display. I have also, what else? Oh yeah, just today I finished installing my new Elgato 4K Pro. My Elgato. So I've had an Elgato for, you know, capture card for years. Like, this is the same computer. Like, my camera is sitting on top. My phone is sitting on top of it. My phone is now my camera. But this computer is the same computer I've been using since the Tactile TK days, which is wild. Since Stricken Yeti is in the chat tonight, which is one of my one of the original supporters of Tactile TK, like one of the OGs. You know, he wasn't there at the very beginning, but he caught us not too long after we started up and has stuck around since. In any case, this same computer, I've done very little to upgrade it over time. I've swapped out, you know, I've added hard drives and things like that, but I haven't done anything to really change its core functionality. So other than, you know, updates with software. So it's amazing that, you know, this computer from circa 2020 ish is still like kicking and doing its job and doing it well, doing its thing and doing it well, as NSYNC would say. And so what I'm going to do now, shout out to Vanilla Ice and the Ninja Rap. I have no idea what's going to play next. I think this is just my liked songs playlist, so it could go anywhere. But yeah, I definitely have had this computer for some years now, and have made no real substantial hardware upgrades. So my Elgato, the Elgato I had installed in this, with, you know, really helped my friend install in this. Shout out to Torm, I love you. So Torm helped me build this computer. I helped Torm build this computer for me, and I assisted. And we have an Elgato capture card that's built into the actual desktop PC. That's how you can see my game feed on stream without it. I mean, because I can either do that straight through my PS5 or I can do it through the capture card. I choose the capture card. It gives me more options, especially with my streaming software, OBS. But that was standard, you know, that was the standard Elgato. And, you know, I've gotten into Marvel Rivals, which we're going to play tonight. And I've gotten more and more serious about that game. I've gotten more and more entranced in like the competition and the fast-paced competition of it all. And so what I've come to realize is that, like, you know, I lucked into a nicer TV. I hate saying this out loud. I done another game show. So, you know, you guys know I was on The Price is Right a couple years back. I think that was 2023. And I think last year, I think 2025 or 2024, somewhere in there, I had been on, I think it was 2025. I think it was last year. But I had done Let's Make a Deal. Owned by the same companies, you know, over at the filmed at CBS Studios. I can't go back on The Price is Right until like a decade later. So like it will be like the year, was that 2023? So yeah, year 2033. if I'm still, you know, if I'm still able to go on game shows by then. And then, but you can do another game show that's unrelated, like within like 2 to 3 years, right? So like I hopped on Let's Make a Deal last year, and I won some TVs, like some really nice TVs. Like Wayne Brady had made it sound like they were going to be like, he was making a joke that, like, because I had mentioned that I'm a gamer and a podcaster, and it was just like, oh, yeah, I guess you could probably use these as monitors, because it's one of those, like, where did I win behind door number 2 type deals. And I got these TVs, and I'm just like, oh, these are nice. I thought they were actually going to be, like, computer monitors. And then when they shipped, I realized they were actually, like, full-size televisions. But they're really nice televisions. And so, like, they have, like, all these features, like, you know, HDR color, and like, you know, they can run games at like 4K 60 frames per second, no, 120 frames per second. So I'm like, okay, word. And, you know, I'd been playing Marvel Rivals since the top of 2025. And so to now have this nicer TV set and being able to like game at faster frame rates, like, it makes a noticeable difference. I didn't used to be this guy, guys. I wasn't the guy that was like, oh, I need the fanciest, like, you know, setup, and I need the FPS to be, you know, super fast and all that. I didn't give a shit. I was not the type of gamer that was into that type of stuff. But when you get competitive in a shooter, those extra frames really make a huge difference in whether or not you die or live. So I've, you know, been climbing the rank charts in Marvel Rivals. I made it to Grandmaster 3 the last 2 seasons. That means nothing to anyone who doesn't play Marvel Rivals. Just trust that that's hard to do. It's not the top. It's like middle of the pack type rank, but it's still quite an accomplishment for me. I'm not a hero shooter guy. I'm not a shooter guy in general. Like, I will play some third-person shooters. Like, you know me, I love my Resident Evil. Shout out to Neko, Gothic Neko Chan. Also loves the Resident Evil. You know, I'll play Resident Evil. I'll play the First Descendant with some friends. I'll do that from here and there, but like, I'm not a big shooter guy. You know, I play a lot of fighting games, RPGs, that type shit. But getting into Rivals has made me realize, like, oh wow, like the couple of seconds of decision making, the sort of hair trigger decision making really makes a difference. And I was like, okay, cool. So like, I can now game at a faster refresh rate and frame rate, and I can also see in more vivid colors, and it's crazy. So I was like, oh, neat. So but the catch was, this whole ramble is about the fact that even though I had a nicer setup to game with, my Elgato couldn't process it. Like, so basically, you know, I would have to turn off all of my 4K settings to plug my PlayStation back into my Elgato, and then I would be playing slower and like not as smooth, and I'm like, this sucks. so I just been playing off stream, and I'm just like, okay, I gotta add this to the computer so that I can stream at the frame rates that I'm playing at, and allow myself to have a good time streaming and playing at the same time. So I finally, you know, I took my time with it, and I invested in that, and I got it this week, and I just installed it today or yesterday. It's already Saturday. I installed it, you know, Friday. And so yeah, I'm very excited to see if it does what it needs to do on this stream. I hope y'all enjoy it. I hope I enjoy it. Fuck. Let me catch up on these comments. What we got? Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! Yes, absolutely, 1000%. Felt that religiously. Technical difficulties are a B my G. Yeah, they are. They really are. Yeah, 2020, 100%. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, I've had the computer this long, and I've essentially known Yeti around that time too. And to make it all full circle, Miles and I were playing Resident Evil 5. That's how Yeti came into our lives. We were playing Resident Evil 5 and riding the fucking struggle bus, because we were playing on like, I forget if 5 has a higher difficulty than professional mode. I think, whatever, we're playing on the hardest difficulty mode. I think it was either professional, or if they had started to add like veteran. Thank you. So basically, you know, if I got shot, I was gonna bleed out in like 3 seconds. So like, we had to be like right next to each other. You did prof after? Okay, we did veteran first and then professional after. Okay, I'm gonna trust Yeti on this. He's the tactile TK aficionado. But yeah, I feel like it was tough, because like we were just getting our shit rocked, especially that section with all the liquors. There's this section where like you're just in a cavern, like, you know, you're trying to connect I think a train or a cable car back together or some shit like that, and like there's just like a bunch of fucking liquors, and oh my god, Miles and I just couldn't fucking get, like, it's not like we were new to the game. Like, I've played Resident Evil 5 before, but I think it was perhaps my first playthrough with Miles, because I know Miles and I was taking Miles to the various Resident Evil titles. You know, we started the channel with the remake of 2, right? Because that was the first Resident Evil I played on the OG PlayStation, was Resident Evil 2. First survival horror game I ever played. And so the remake came out. I dared Miles to stream this with me, and that's kind of the birthplace of Tactile TK, and that was our first like campaign together. And then we played a bunch of stuff, but then we started to go through the Resident Evil. So we played the GameCube remake of Resident Evil 1. It wasn't the GameCube version, it was the one that got ported to PlayStation. But yeah, we played the remake of Resident Evil 1, and then we played I think we played 0 after, and then 3, and then I'm not entirely sure. 3 came out like a year after 2. The remake of 3 came out a year after the remake of 2, so I forget which order we played them in. But we essentially got through 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then also 5. Yeah, I wonder if I'm trying to remember if we played both versions of 4. I know I've played the original 4 and the remake, but I'm trying to think of, because I think we did. We played Resident Evil 4, the OG Resident Evil 4 from 2005. We played that version, but like Miles like got very frustrated with some technical difficulties we were having. Like Yeti says, technical difficulties are a B. And so we were playing that, and some things that he had set up just didn't work for the stream, and he just kind of like checked out. And also 4 just wasn't hitting for him. It just didn't like land the right way. It's so different from 0, 1, 2, 3 that it just didn't work for his brain than what he expected from Resident Evil. So I played Resident Evil 4 on that stream, and we got through it. And then we played 5 together and stuff. But the remake, I think the last thing, because we played 7 Biohazard, we played Village, which is technically Resident Evil 8, together. We played 6, we played all the mainline number titles. We didn't. I've never touched Code Veronica. Fucking Neko and my buddy Cosmonaut like to give me shit for it every chance they can. And Professor too. Shout out to Gaming Professor. All of y'all like to ride me about like when are you gonna play Code Veronica. So we did all that except for Code Veronica, and then we also, I think the last thing we played as a team, as a unit, was Resident Evil 4, the 2023 version. So yeah, love those games. You guys were at Wesker when I joined. Oh, okay. And we were up until 6 and 7 a.m. Ashley didn't help. Yeah. Shout out to old school Ashley. Yeah, fun. No, honestly, I love the original Resident Evil 4, and Ashley is a part of that. And like, I have some like weird fondness for her. Like, she's annoying in that game, and I was fucking ready to throw her off of a balcony. But no, but also I felt like, it's hard to play that game and not feel like you're Leon, and Leon has a very strong moral code, and you feel like, yeah, she's getting on my nerves, but like, she's scared and she needs help, and like, I'm the guy that can get her out of here. And so I feel like they did that very well, even though the character was very grating. The remake, in my opinion, Neko disagrees that Neko had a different experience with it, but for me, the remake version of Ashley feels like a completely different character. Fulfills the same general role of like, she's the objective, you're there to extract her. It's a long escort mission. But I feel like her personality, her core personality, and her level of capability are significantly improved. To the point where she's really likable. Like, I'm really rooting for her in the remake, whereas in the original game, I'm just like, Ashley, please. Ashley, come on, Ashley, help Leon, save me, Leon. Where are you going, Leon? Don't leave me, Leon. Holy fuck. I just remember that whole game just wanting, like in the original, the 2005 version, I just remember thinking like, I just want Ashley to fucking pick up a rock, a baseball bat, something, just like do something, please. Like, I don't need her to be like the most badass cutthroat, whatever. Like, she's pampered. She's the president's daughter, and she's never had to do a lot for herself as far as like physical challenges. Like, so, I'm like, I'm not expecting her to like know how to wield guns and, do crazy shit and like ninja kick and shit. But like, I just feel like some level of self-preservation instinct. Like, if one of those Ganados is going to pick you up and over the shoulder carry you, I think you would just like, grab something, maybe bash him over the head, stab him, something. I don't know. Just like, God. But thankfully the remake does stuff like that. The remake showcases Ashley outthinking some of the enemies and doing some clever stuff, which I really appreciate it. Wasn't there a command or a point redeem for her, Leon? Yes, there was. Miles designed it. Shout out to Miles on that one. But it was like, help me, Leon. Leon, help me. Leon, help. It was just like ridiculous. It was long. It was like a long command, but it was funny every fucking time. Man, shout out to the Tactile TK days. Shout out to Bestie Milo. I hope he's doing well these days. Man, those were the times. Those were the days. That was the dream. And you never know when you'll be saying those were the days. And I try to remember that as I continue to age and go forward in time. Now I'm doing things with my my homies at hard mode selected. And you know, so if you're watching this on YT, this is, you know, we're on the hard mode selected channel, which is a great segue into the fact that this channel is still on pace to transfer over to hard mode selected. So if you're watching this on TW, then basically the whole point of these numbered fundraiser episodes is that, yes, I'm promoting a fundraiser to help support me in my you know, health journey, but like also I am also trying to sort of wind down and count down to the transition from Phil Special Meter being a solo channel to Phil Special Meter being a program that shows up on hard mode selected channel. So not too much will change other than where you show up to watch me. So if you have not followed hard mode selected, I'm gonna throw that in the chat for you right now. You want to be doing that, because if you like hanging out with me, that's where I'm gonna be. I'm on that hard mode. There you go. There's the link tree. If you click on the link tree, you'll see every link that has hard mode selected stuff going on, and you can follow us on any platform you want, including the ones you're watching now. So drop that subscribe on YT, drop that follow on TW. If you want to get some clips and some antics and some updates on what we're up to, you know, there's an IG link, you know. Yeah, I'm very excited. There's also a Discord. The Discord's becoming slightly more active. It's been dead for a long time, but we're doing more stuff in the Discord, mostly because of Marvel Rivals, where we're adding more, we're finding more community members through the Marvel Rivals player base. So very excited about that. But Yanni, what have you been up to? And Neko, if you're still here, how are you doing and what have you been up to? I miss y'all dearly. I love you so much. I didn't even know I had this song in any of my playlists, but I'm with it. I'm gonna grab some water because I need to hydrate. Please use the hydrate command, y'all. I need to, for lack of better wording, I found my password 2 or 3 days ago. Reach for it. Yeah. You never know when you'll be saying those were the days, you know.
Water.
Thank you. I'm just gonna go do that now. No, that really does help. Me having you know, ADHD, you know, of a form of neurodivergence, it's easy to get sidetracked, and it's easy to like not do simple things like drink your motherfucking water, and that's bad juju when you also have sickle cell anemia. It's bad juju in general because we're like made of water mostly. We run off of the stuff. It makes up a lot of our you know, DNA in our systems. So like, you know, you should probably like, you know, who of me to tell you what to do and how to live your life, but drink your fucking water. Drink your fucking water. Thank you, Yeti. Let me wash off a spoon as well so I can have some ice cream. Man, it's been a whole journey with this vegan ice cream because, you know, I'm lactose intolerant, so shout out to the vegans. And so like I'm trying to find more vegan, like I've fallen in love with like later in life I've fallen in love with cookie dough ice cream, it's weird because like I never cared before. I'm not a big chocolate guy, so like the chocolate chips and all that stuff, we're just not. Like when I was a kid, my favorite ice cream flavor was vanilla, which you know people always pick on, like, oh, that's so vanilla, like that's boring. But I'm like, I loved vanilla. That was my jam. I like strawberry ice cream as well. Yeah, I just wasn't a big chocolate guy. Whenever we would get Neapolitan ice cream, I would just eat the vanilla and the strawberry and leave the chocolate for my dad. But like I have definitely developed a bit of a taste for chocolate as I've gotten older. Not on the regular. Like I can't do a lot of chocolate. But for some reason in my ice cream, if there's a little bit of chocolate mixed in and it's not overpowering, I can enjoy it. And I think that's I think also it's a texture thing. I think cookie dough has those nice, you know, cookie chunks in it, and it adds like something to the whole experience. But if I'm just gonna have dessert in general, like I'm probably not gonna go for chocolate. And if I'm going to have like, that's not true. I've started eating like chocolate chip macadamia nut cookies as well. So I don't know. Chocolate chip has just kind of like become, I don't know, better for me in the as I've aged. I don't know what the fuck that's about. But we about to grab this this ice cream, bro, for real. So yeah, I have vegan ice cream. My favorite vegan ice cream got pulled from the shelves in California. I think it's still available in other cities. Like if you go throughout the United States, it was a Target brand called Favorite Day. They still have the Target brand Favorite Day ice cream, but like they have like normal ice cream, and then they also made plant-based. And like the plant-based flavor I liked was vanilla cake and cookie dough ice cream, and it was like plant-based ice cream, and I was like, I tried it on a whim one day while I was living in California. I'm still living in California, but like I tried it on a whim one day when I first moved to California, and I like had it, and I was like, because I needed to know what the fuck what is vanilla cake and cookie dough? How do you make this work? And it was perfect. It was perfect. The perfect blend of like vanilla flavor and like, you know, cookie dough, and like just the perfect amount of like chocolate chunks and fudge in there without being overpowered. I loved it. It was fucking delicious. And then like flash forward a few years later, and they just start running low every Target I went to, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I started looking around and searching, and like every store I looked at locally was like, we have 5 left, we have 3 left. I'm like, this is happening to every store. I bet they're about to discontinue this bitch. Fuck. And so I called up and asked, and I was like, is this being discontinued? They're like, yeah. I'm like, fuck. So, but I've looked online, and it looks like, I think if I were to visit back in Michigan where I lived before, I think I could still get it there. But for something about California, I just decided we're just fucking done with it. And that breaks my heart. I think I was probably the one keeping them in business with that flavor. I always would buy like, 5, 6, 7, 8, pints of it wherever I could, because I just wanted to stock up. So yeah, I've been jumping around for different, like cookie dough, like vegan cookie dough ice creams. I've got the So Delicious, it's dairy free. It's okay. It's not as good as like what I'm used to, but like it'll do in a pinch. It's solid. I've grown to enjoy it more and more. I've tried the Ben and Jerry's, plant-based cookie dough. Shout out to Ben and Jerry, because free Palestine and all that stuff. But like when it came to the fucking plant-based ice creams, I was like, I don't like this. I don't know what it's made with, but I do not like this. So yeah, I'm here. If it gets the job done, right? That part. Vanilla beans are expensive as fuck. Vanilla is the world's most popular flavor. I did not know this. You're educating me tonight, Yeti. I uninstalled Twitch from my phone a while back due to space issues and some other stuff. I only just came back Wednesday night a few days ago. I've 100% been a ghost. I came back at the right time then. I'm glad I didn't miss you. Let me drink this water though. Where am I? Oh, I need a glass. See, the thing about ADHD is like a lot of times for me, my expression of ADHD is that like if I don't have everything I need right in front of me, I just won't do the thing, even if it's a simple thing. So like, it's like drink water. It's like, okay, well, I grabbed the water. Here's water. But then it's like, oh, I didn't grab a glass, you know, the glass, I have to get back. Like, it's a whole thing where like, if it's not in front of me, I'll just keep getting distracted by other things and then be like, why didn't I drink water? why is my mouth so dry? Let me grab this guy. I think, oh. Let me see what's going on. On and on, I got nothing to hide. Been thinking about this album a lot lately. I actually referenced it in my last update on the fundraiser campaign. Good and bad, I swear I've had, and both are overrated, but isn't it fun when you get hold of one, which is a lyric from the song Halo, which is on this album, Foo Fighters, One by One. This was a pivotal album for me. Like, you know, like, I mean, obviously, There's Nothing Left to Lose is the album I really became a Foo Fighters fan on. Now I'm a millennial and, you know, Learn to Fly and all that. And that whole album is fucking dope. And I get nostalgic just thinking about it. And I love listening to There's Nothing Left to Lose. I don't do it often enough anymore. I forget it. Sometimes the songs pop in my head and I just immediately am time warped back to being that, you know, I don't know, 11, 12-year-old or whatever, who was, you know, 13-year-old, whatever, that was falling, you know, in love with rock music at that time. And Foo Fighters was a big part of that. So, yeah, you know, I feel like, it's probably closer to 13 or 14. I thought, fuck my memory. Fuck my concept of the passage of time, which is also not great with my particular neurology. But, you know, point is, as a kid that was falling in love with rock music, Green Day was the biggest gateway drug. Though, to be fair, Soundgarden was the first real gateway drug, because fucking Black Hole Sun, my older brother and I were like, you know, deep into, you know, old school soul, because that's what our parents were listening to. We loved neo soul because, you know, it was the 90s, so we loved R&B and soul music. We loved rap, you know, and and the various iterations of rap that had been out, you know, from, you know, Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy J and, like, you know, Run DMC and all that, to like gangster rap and everything that was coming out when we were actually in the 90s and stuff. And like, we were listening to mostly that stuff, and yet, as kids, when Black Hole Sun came on MTV or VH1 or anything like that, we just stopped whatever the fuck we were doing. And we just fucking watched that music video and listened to that. And we couldn't understand why we fucking loved that song so much, because we weren't really into rock like that. But it was just like, this fucking slap. I mean, we didn't say things like this slaps or that was fire back then, but like, you know, this is cold as fuck. This shit is dope. Like, we fucking loved it. And we just had to give it up. We're just like, not our main genre, but this song is fucking awesome. But yeah, all that to say that, like, you know, I actually forgot where I was going with any of that. It's all good. To add to the mention of coming back, I'm exclusively on PC at the moment. Phone still doesn't have space. Dang. Still using S10. Dang. OMG, bro. I've had the same phone the whole time I've known you. That is wild. Phil, I'm getting gray hairs here. Well, I mean, like, you know, we be old. I'm just playing. I don't actually don't know what age bracket you fall on, Yeti. You don't have to dox yourself, but I just feel like, you know, like, I have gray hairs. I've had gray hairs. You know, I am an aging millennial. I'm a vampire. I'm a creature of the night, and I'm still here, still kicking. Old enough to remember VH1 and MTV. Well, there you go. All right, that gives me an idea. Thank you, Yeti. But speaking of getting gray hairs, I'm sure there are people who are getting gray hairs waiting for me to start Rivals. So why don't we go ahead and jump into some gameplay? We're going to keep the conversations going. Thank you all for being with me. I'm so happy to be back. I'm so happy to have such a good friend back as well. I love you, buddy. I love you, Yeti. I'm glad you're still breathing. Did bad things to you, so quiet, but I finally woke up. If you're sad, this time you spoke up to. Not the no signal. Oh, it's like, okay, so this is interesting. Like it transfers over. Like it's all fucked up right now, but like I think it will correct itself. Hold on. I hope. Hopefully it gets its shit together. I think yeah, there's something about the settings that it needs to recalibrate when I open a game, which is weird. All right, it didn't. It adjusted again.
Now, at exactly what
was
point
fine.
did we lose control here?
Maybe somebody ought to tell him that we're the good guys.
Yeah.
Perfect timing, Professor. That command, by the way, what's up, buddy? It's good to see you. That command was perfect because I don't know. I did lose control here. What the fuck is happening to my picture? Let me also turn this music off because it's conflicting. I forgot the game music was on. Bad mashup. Bad mashup. But this music goes hard. This season 8 music goes so fucking hard. Good gaming, Professor. Yeah, Professor Stricken Yeti is in the house. I don't know if you remember Stricken Yeti from Tactile TK days or the early days of this channel as well. But like, yes, Stricken Yeti is back with us. Professor, how are you doing? Welcome in. Thanks for being a friend to this channel. I hope you're feeling good. I have to fix this picture if I can. The fuck happened to my settings? Super weird. Oh, it's just not. It's not something went crazy. All right, let me see if I need to restart this Elgato. My bad, y'all. I didn't freeze. Good. I'll be right back. All right, catch you when you get back. Yeah, where are those two? Hope they're doing well. Those two? You mean like Drado and Skip? Are we talking hard mode? Let's see. Let me see if I can. I fix this image quality because like that's crazy. It's green as fuck for no reason. Let's see if that switch needs to go back. Nope. Okay. Hmm. I think it froze altogether. Hold on. Well, this is all good. This is what we're trying to figure out today. Just added, for those who missed that, added a new component to my computer is the 4K Elgato Pro. Elgato, yeah. So like we're just trying to like get it to cooperate. Resolution. That's bugging. What the fuck? Hold on. Let me see if... so violent when it changes. Wonder if I'm missing something component wise or it's not behaving itself. I swear I tested this before. Let me out here. What's going on? What are we doing? Okay, that seems to be better. Maybe? Dear God. Hey. Oh my God. Thank you for. Oh my God. Oh, hey, welcome in everyone. I don't know what's going on with my stream. Thank you so much. This WrestleMania, like all the familiar faces are coming back tonight. How'd your stream go, Miss WrestleMania, while I fix my camera and like literally everything? Technically is my friend 1,000%. I've been seeing you going live a lot lately. How was it? What were you up to tonight? How were the games? How was the everything? Is this the? Nope, that's the wrong thing. What is it? Let's see. What did I do? What do I need to do? Let's see. Group. Wow, just like so much is just going haywire. All right, let me turn off the Elgato. Just close that bad boy out. Where's that at? Because it is on some weird shit right now, and I do not need the weird shit. I was doing just chatting stream tonight with YouTube stuff. Nice wrestling, funny prank videos, and a little bit of creepy videos. Ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun. I don't know what happened to my raid command. I don't know what happened to anything. Tonight I'm just trying to get back into streaming after a long break. What's up, everybody? Phil Special Meter. Miss WrestleMania is the best and one of the fucking coolest, dopest people around on Twitch, and always very supportive, always very kind. I would like to give you a proper shout out. Let me see. Shout out command was working earlier, so we'll see if this works. Drum roll, please. No! That is not what I wanted. Let's see, let's try this again. What is going on in wrestling right now? Anything exciting? I think the last thing I was kind of interested in was like, more crochet. Screeches. Damn, that looked cool as fuck. I don't even know what game that is. No, but shout out to you. I think the last thing in wrestling I paid attention to, I like Naomi. Naomi is interesting to me. So I like following her. She's got charisma. She's got character. And she's sexy as fuck. But like she's just, you know, I like Naomi a lot. So I'm kind of curious what happens with her. I believe she had to take leave, but we'll see. We will see what happens when she gets back, if she isn't already back. Oh, hey, just your average Jen. Thank you so much. I remember you from back in the day. Always rocking with Miss WrestleMania. Thank you for chiming in with the Raiders, and Miss WrestleMania per usual. If you feel like you need to take a break, go to sleep, get that good food in your belly, drink and relax and whine, whatever you need to do, please do it. Self-care is important. Thanks for stopping in and saying what's up. If you want to hang with us tonight, please hang. But if you would rather do something to take care of yourself, please do that instead. John Cena retired. Yep, I do remember that. Brock Lesnar did a fake retirement and came back and attacked. Oh my God. Okay, I did not hear about Lesnar being back. That's crazy. Naomi is about to be a mom. Bianca Belair, new mom to be too. Oh, okay, so a couple of pregnancies, but yeah, I remember Naomi having to like in the midst of like her part of her meteoric rise to like she was already successful and famous in the industry, but like she was kind of like on this rise of like they were really building her character up, and then it's like, whoop. um Time to do something personal and more important. Sorry y'all, I'm gonna take a break. so I thought it was cool how they were able to do that. Like I love that was their narrative or whatever is flexible enough to just be like, okay, she's gonna go off, have her kid and spend time with her kid and do that thing, and then when she's good to come back, she'll come back and we'll pick up with her narrative then. Man, but yeah, John Cena retiring was I don't know, kind of emotional. It's kind of like he's the end of an era for sure. I love what he's doing in movies and stuff now. But yeah, most deaf. You Can't See Me. The origin story of You Can't See Me is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, that's where you got that from? That's crazy. But I love it. Okay, Sonny Rabia. What is going on right now? Now my TV's all out of whack. There we go. Our TV's back to being good. What am I missing in this? Settings, system. I mean, let me Google something real quick, tech-wise. Typically with the Elgato, the original Elgato, like you want the HDCP turned off. I wonder if I need it on for this. Let me see. Okay, no, I'm supposed to have it off. Let's see. Anything else I can figure out? Let's see, do I need to turn off HDR? No, you do not need to turn off HDR on your console or PC. The other features hardware. HDR pass-through, meaning you can play in HDR locally while your recording or stream automatically translates it to standard dynamic range using tone mapping. Okay, so I may have fucked up the settings. I think I know what I did, chat. I think I know what I did. I think I can fix it. I can fix it. Hold on, get some vibes back on. All right, let's see. I miss this. I miss hanging with y'all late night, listening to, pop EDM and having silly conversations and playing fun games. It's been a long time. Let's see. No. What are the actual settings I can adapt? Advanced. Yeah, sure, why not? Fuck it. Channels. Whatever happened to Roman Reigns? I know he's in the Street Fighter movie, but like, are they still pimping him? Are they still trying to like make him the next big thing, or have they like given that a rest? Let's restore defaults. Reset. Okay, and then okay. Maybe I was doing too much with the settings. He won the damn title again, apparently feuding with Jacob. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So they are trying to keep him relevant. They're still trying to make fetch happen. I'm not hating on Roman Reigns as the real guy. Like I don't know anything about him. I have nothing against him, but like I just know that the general sentiment in the wrestling fandom is that it's just kind of vanilla to a lot of the audience, and they're like, his storyline isn't the most interesting. They want something else. But it's sort of like how DC Comics treats Damian Wayne. How they're like, hey, Damian's cool, right? Like we're gonna put him in everything. You know Damian's the next big thing, and it's just like, while he has fans, it's like, stop trying to make him a big, like just let it happen natural, you know. Just stop trying to force him to be the next big thing. Where is this? I'm very curious to see what he does with Akuma in the Street Fighter film. The trailer for Street Fighter 2026, I guess it comes out this October or whatever, I forget. But yeah, the Street Fighter movie that's coming out this year looks questionable, but also looks promising in certain areas. So I'm kind of interested to see what he does with a character like Akuma. I don't know if they're gonna nail it, or if they're gonna butcher the shit out of that character. But they definitely have Ryu down, and like kind of like the vibe they got for Ken. I don't know. There are things about that movie that don't add up from what I've seen, but there are things that I'm also like, that's spot on. So we'll see. Okay. All right, we gonna try this. Oh, it just doesn't want to play. It doesn't want to play ball anymore. Hold on.